This show contains spoilers and adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Movies with Ron, movies with Ron.
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
Movies with Ron.
You guys heard about this Queen movie? Freddie Mercury movie?
Yeah.
No.
It's a big deal. It's been like going around the headlines, whatever. Sacha Baron Cohen was going to play Freddie Mercury.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He's not now?
He is not. That was kind of old news. They replaced him with the kid from Mr. Robot. Do we know him?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
King
no.
Tut from Night at the Museum.
Right. But they got pictures of him on stage being Freddie Mercury, and that kid is Freddie Mercury. So, you know,
Yeah, okay.
good decision. But everyone loves Sacha Baron Cohen, you know, Borat. He like sinks his life into a role.
Right.
Yeah.
He was born for Freddie Mercury. And it was reported that Sacha Baron Cohen wanted to show the dark parts of his life.
Yeah.
He was just really interested in the character. Like, Freddie Mercury had parties. I don't know if you heard about this, but there would be dwarves walking around
Oh, no.
with plates strapped to the tops of their heads.
Wow.
And then cocaine on the plates. And everyone thought, like, yeah, he pushes the envelope. He was too, like, hardcore. They wanted a more PG-13 movie to make, you know what I mean? Well, it turns out the surviving members of Queen are in control of this movie.
Yeah.
And the movie we are going to see is a Queen movie, and Freddie Mercury dies halfway through the movie.
Oh.
And the second half of the movie is how the band survives and deals with it. And Sacha Baron Cohen was like, fuck that shit, and he left.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Way to make things about yourselves, Queen.
Ain't that fucked up, though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, it's like, hey, you know, we're rock stars too.
Yeah. And, I mean, I give him credit. Like, I'm torn. Like, I'm sure they had a lot to do with the great music and everything.
Mm-hmm.
If we were making a Movies with Ron movie, don't you think it would end when I died? Nobody gives a shit about you people.
Welcome to episode 101 of Movies with Ron, the podcast where my older brother recaps a movie he saw from beginning to end. For me and you, because we like his versions better. It's okay if you've seen the movie. It's okay if you haven't seen it. The experience is unique. So let's get it on. I'm Chris, your MC for the time being. Here with me tonight, Nurse Candy.
Hey, everybody.
And here he is, folks.
He's the ball cracker, death on foot. You know him, you love him. He's Ron. Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Ron.
Good job last week with Bridge on the River Kwai.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
Movies with Ron 101.
Woohoo.
The ending of that movie still gets me.
Yeah, me too.
It was like every character found meaning by the end of the film, but none of it was compatible with anyone else.
Right.
It's just that and the wooden dicks. Just
That's what did it.
You want to hear something? I went online after the show ended because I had in mind that I was going to make a trophy for everyone for the 100th episode. I was going to make this myself with a little nameplate and everything, but I needed to find a wooden dick. This was much harder than I thought it was going to be, and I don't think it's going to happen, which is why I'm talking to you about it. Apparently, wooden dicks are very expensive online.
Well, let's just see. Yeah.
Unless there was one very small, crude one that was a keychain made in like China or something.
Here you go. 6 inches long, $13. 22 for the BBC. Everybody knows never to get between a dog and his meat.
all right. Highway to Hell,
Yeah, man. The greatest movie neither of you have ever even heard of.
dude. You recommended this movie to me like a decade ago.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it.
Yeah?
I still remember nothing about it.
I love this movie. You know, Candy was always my Jedi master, you know, when it comes to like fun or scary movies, you know, as a kid. And this one I just found all on my own because I used to stay up late and watch like Cinemax After Dark and stuff like that. This one doesn't have a lot of nasty stuff in it, but yeah, I saw it and I was like, wow, I can't believe this movie even exists. And I just forgot about it for like the next 20 years.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed it.
Those are the best
Honestly.
nights. When you're looking for boobs and you find meaning.
Yeah. It turns out that's the secret to life. But yeah, man, Chad Lowe.
Not a strong protagonist. I can't help it.
No, he's not. Not a very strong one. But it did make me think of when we were kids, okay, and Rob Lowe was like very popular in a different way than he is now.
Yeah.
All right. Do you remember what I used to call him?
Yes, I do.
Rob Lowe?
What did I call him, Candy? I was like a 9-year-old kid running around calling him
Rob Blowjob. Is that not right?
It's all one word.
Rob Lowejob.
Yeah. She'd be like, I love Rob Lowe. And I'd be like, you mean Rob Lowejob? She's all, shut up.
And we know Chad Lowe is his little brother, right?
Yes.
Okay. He was married to Hilary Swank.
A couple of a match made in heaven.
They split up, but do you remember that shit that happened when she got her Best Actress Oscar?
It's all I can think about when I think about Chad Lowe.
That was him.
That was him.
Is him sitting in the audience with tears streaming down his face, and
Yeah.
she said nothing about him.
Yeah.
She's accepting her Oscar. Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
That poor guy.
We're about to redeem him.
Okay, I was going to take him in another direction, but you're right. Chad, it's your time.
Also, Kristy Swanson.
Yeah, dude.
Who's she?
She was the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That's right.
Back before it, mutated into some sort of
Yeah.
serious teen drama, whatever.
Well, hers had Pee Wee Herman and
Rutger Howitzer.
damn right.
Oh, Donald Sutherland.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah. And the guy who played his character in the show, it was like way different. Donald Sutherland in the movie, like you could tell he like smelled. And it's such a different character. I loved it. I saw the show and I was like, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Kristy Swanson dated Alan Thicke when she was 17 and he was 40.
whoa. I didn't know that. What a pervert.
Yeah. Well, they met when she was 16. So he waited like a gentleman.
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez.
But nowadays, she's a stay-at-home mom and does cameos occasionally.
Yeah.
She stole somebody's husband at some point.
Yeah, she went to jail, got in a fight with the wife.
Really?
Yeah, she went to jail. Kristy Swanson,
She throws down.
yeah, she was like 18, 19 when she got, and I read this, she got arrested for overdosing on cocaine.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like, she's like passed out and overdosed, and they're like, arrest her.
You have the right to remain unconscious.
She's gotten DUIs and stuff, but, she was on psych,
Yeah.
so she cleaned up, has kids and stuff. We're about to redeem her.
She requires no redemption.
No.
Remember Big Daddy?
Yeah.
When she was Adam Sandler's girlfriend?
Yeah.
Ends up with that old dude.
With his old balls. Maybe it's a 10-year plan. And she's like, And to be honest, like, I liked her so much as a kid, it kind of offended me.
Yeah. Can't forget Patrick Bergin.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
The man.
He is such a treat in this movie.
Yeah.
Really?
He was in Sleeping with the Enemy.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where he came onto the radar.
And I feel like he got typecast with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He fell into this rut where he was like an evil lover.
that's right.
Like he's in this one movie called Love Crimes with Sean Young, and you look at it on IMDb, look at the pictures, like, it looks steamy.
I'll bet. There's no denying the power of that mustache.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
it
like
makes you like look around the room uncomfortably.
It's like an evil Tom Selleck.
Oh, that's perfect.
But Patrick Bergin was a high school dropout before he was an actor. And in his 20s, he went to night school and became a teacher for juvenile delinquents.
Wow.
Yeah. That's like a movie in and of itself.
Yeah.
Highway to Hell, directed by 8 De Jong.
Is it 8? Ate. Who go 8? Who done 8 De Jong?
It makes so much more sense now.
Some shit going on here. I can't get that out of my head. So damn funny.
What's that from?
It was from the Bridge on the River Choir. He's pulling the fan. Some shit going on here.
8 De Jong also directed Drop Dead Fred, which came out in the same year.
Yeah.
Oh.
1991 was his year, and nothing really happened.
I know, right?
Yeah. But he's still directing films to this day.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
This film was shot in 44 days, but after a week and a half, the stunt coordinator was fired. So then there was about 30 some odd days where 8 De Jong is like, all right, Chad, we're going to drop this car from like 50 feet. If you could just jump out of the way at the last second.
Yeah.
Like, no more stunt coordinator.
Right.
Come on. All right, folks. People live. People die. They come down here. It's the highway to hell on Movies with Ron.
It's showtime. Get the people out! Come on! Get the people out!
All right, so the movie opens with a weird picture of a postcard. It says, "Greetings from," and the music's all bluesy, like, "Oh yeah, da-dum-dum-dum, highway to hell. Oh yeah, come on now." And then it just goes into synth. And then we cut to a mustache cop. You know the kind. And he's playing an arcade game called Highway to Hell.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, creative.
I want to play a game.
And he loses, he crashes his car, and he's like, "It's the game." And then the camera pans back, and he turns around to look at this diner that he's in, okay? In the corner of the diner, we meet Charlie and Rachel. That is Chad Lowe and Kristy Swanson.
All right.
Rachel has, like, poofy, feathery blonde hair, and she looks like, she really takes care of herself. And then there's Charlie, who is, like, the guy who is clearly not good enough for her.
Oh.
Just a loser in a 49ers hat. He's all paranoid. That cop is watching us. Come on, why would he? Think about it, babe. If your parents freaked out, they'd call the cops, right? I mean, what we're doing is technically illegal. No, don't worry about it. Nobody knows we're getting married, darling.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, So if they're getting married and it's illegal, that means she's underage. So Charlie is a son of a bitch statutory rapist.
Yeah. Kristy Swanson, man. Jeez.
And she actually says, like, nobody knows we're getting married, darling. Like, what 17-year-old kid talks like that, She's like, okay, no one. Yeah. Okay. Except my mother. And he's like, what? I'm sorry. I wrote her a note. I didn't want her to worry. Well, we better get out of here. So he throws some money on the table and he rushes out. But then, nope, he comes back and grabs his burger. Okay. And he, like, toasts the cop with it on his way out. It's the weirdest thing. It's a hamburger. So they go outside. It's night, okay? And his car, his shitbox Pinto, has his dog in the back, okay? He's a cute, scruffy-looking dog named Ben.
They left him in the back seat?
Yeah, with the windows open and everything.
Even with the windows open, that's like abuse.
Yeah, they are in like Arizona or something, right?
Yeah. Oh. You get arrested for that shit. He's already a piece of shit.
Oh, there's more. So then he puts the burger half in his mouth, gets down, and motions to the dog, come on, eat it out of my mouth.
Ew.
And the dog does, and he's like, good boy. It's like, you are a shitty dog owner. Number one, it's disgusting. He's like, training the dog to take food from humans, like, out of their mouths. You know, like. Anyway, here's the thing that, like, caught my attention. He is a pizza delivery boy because he's got a big sign, like a lit sign on the top of his Pinto that's just a giant vertical pizza slice. Okay? And the weird thing, the name of the pizza restaurant is Nunzio's Pizza. Now, this doesn't mean anything at all, except when you find out that the makeup designer for this movie based one of the characters on a Clive Barker thing.
Yeah.
Well, there we have it. The Nuncio from The Great and Secret Show.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like pizza and ass. Sometimes at the same time. Clive listens to this show. Man, what the fuck? Anyway, they get in the shit box and they drive off. And then the cop comes outside and leaves on his bike, and he's like following him. Oh man, he's following us. Relax, he is not following us. Well, we're about to see. And then he just turns off of the interstate onto a dark road. There's a sign that says Hershey Highway. The cop does not follow them, so they pull over and get out, and she's like, see? Yeah, okay, you were right. Uh-huh. So then he starts looking at his map, and he's like, if your mom did blow the whistle, we'd be a lot safer taking this back road to Vegas. She's like, I don't know. I don't know about the Hershey Highway. For one thing, it's just too dark. Trust me, the Hershey Highway is the way to go. She's like, okay. So they kiss, They get back in the car, and they're making out. And the dog's like, why'd you guys bring me? Why didn't you leave me with someone responsible? So they're making out, and then Charlie, slams her seat into the reclining position and, starts trying to make sex. You want to make sex with me? And the dog's like, God, I hate watching you guys have sex. Always. She's like, no, not in a Ford Pinto, babe. Well, just close your eyes and imagine it's a Porsche. This isn't right. We need our own big bed with no parents and no curfews and no clothes. And he's like, fucking little statutory rapist. So they drive on down the Hershey Highway. They find an old gas station called Sam's Last Chance. And it's super old. It's got those ding ding pumps, gas pumps.
Yeah.
And this old guy, yeah. You've seen him in movies. I love him. I don't know what he's called. Can I help you? Fill her up, please. So he starts pumping gas in, and he's in the gas station, stealing candy. Guy who runs it's outside,
Yeah.
I'd lock that shit. And the guy starts washing the windshield, and he's like, leering at Rachel, yeah. Ooh, hey. Are you 17? She's like, yeah, great. The guy's just smiling at her. Okay, we're all done yet. What do I owe you? Well, the gas is $8, and the advice is free. Are you kids going to Vegas? Why? Well, the road's old, and it's broken, it's needs a lot of repair. You guys would be a lot safer on the interstate. Yeah, okay, thanks. And he just pays him and leaves. Oh, but the car won't start.
No.
Rachel gets out. She's like, I got it, babe. Just get in the car keep being useless. She pops the hood and she's like, fixing the car. Yeah, all right.
Oh.
The old guy comes over and helps. She's like, I took shop in high school. This is the wrong car for this kind of road, honey. Are you always open this late? I can't sleep or get it up. She's like, yeah, cool. She just smiles and gets in. And then, dung, 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 dung. Hey, are you kids tired? I got a cabin out back, clean sheets. I'll guarantee your privacy. There's lube too, and a doll. It won't cost you a cent. Wow. No, that's cool. Okay, we're trying to get to Vegas tonight, Well, listen, son, you keep your eye out for 2 Joshua trees, okay? If you get sleepy, don't pull over till you pass the second one. You hear? Yeah, great. See ya. What was that about trees? I don't fucking know. That guy was weird. Yeah, he was just lonely. Yeah, we both know what that's like. And it's like, what? Just a couple of misfits that the world doesn't understand. They're driving for a while, okay, out on the dark road. And we just cut to him already talking. He's like, blah, 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 until I met you. You make me feel really, really good about myself. Rachel? Rachel? She's just like, sleeping? Oh, great. I pour my guts out to you and you're asleep. What do you think, Ben? Yeah, that's great. Okay. I'm driving in the middle of nowhere and I'm talking to myself, And then he passes a Joshua tree. So he looks at it. He's like, oh, yeah, trees. Okay. And he's falling asleep.
Fucking moron.
He is driving down the road, sleeping at the wheel like Clark Griswold.
Oh, my gosh.
He almost hits a billboard. He wakes up. Oh, and he skids to a stop. There's a cop behind the billboard. That's right, baby. So he stops and the cop's like, woo, 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 right there. Headlights blaring at him. Where the hell did he come from? Cop opens his door and we see his boot just get out and step on the asphalt. And then steam rises.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What the hell's going on? We still don't even see the cop. We just see him holster his gun. And it's a big old weird looking thing.
Yeah.
Okay, it actually looks like a cross between like Marvin the Martian's death ray and RoboCop's machine pistol. Still not seeing his face. We see him pull out his handcuffs, which is a chain linked between 2 actual hands.
Yeah.
They're like zombie hands.
Oh.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, he hangs them on his belt and they're like, and then boom, he slams his door, turns on his flashlight, and he comes at Charlie's side. It's just point of view. You just see Charlie in the flashlight. Okay, oh shit. What seems to be the problem, officer? Cop doesn't say nothing. He just like looks at Charlie and then goes around the other side. Now we see his face, and he's bald, and his face is covered in scars. And it's kind of hard to see, but it turns out it's all writing that's been carved into his face.
Oh.
And that was the Clive Barker thing, the Books of Blood. He just walks over, looks down at Rachel, and then rips her car door off. Ah! Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? He drags her out of the car. He just drags her out. No, what are you doing? The dog jumps out, and he's like, that's our bitch. Run. That dog gets smacked out of sight.
Oh.
Charlie runs at him, and then that cop just turns around and just punches the shit out of Charlie. Just knocks him right out. He puts the handcuffs on Rachel, so they just grab her wrists.
Yeah.
So already it's like, ooh, the fantastical world of hell. While that happens, her bracelet falls off into the road. She's struggling. She's like, let go of me. Let go of me. The cop is like totally unfazed. He's just like, arresting the subject. He goes over, takes her to the cop car. There's no door handles, and he has to make the sign of the upside down cross to make them appear.
Oh.
That's fucking freaky.
Yeah, it's dark.
So The back seat, there's no glass. There's no actual windows. It's just bars, okay? The car, yeah, it looks like kind of, Mad Maxy type thing. If it was like organized police in Mad Max,
Yeah.
He slams the door shut, and then the handles disappear. And he speeds off into the night. Now, this car also has, like, flames that shoot out the sides. Ben's, like, licking Charlie's face, like, hey, man, wake up. Let's just go home. Forget her, Charlie. Charlie gets up. He goes over, finds Rachel's bracelet. He's all bloody in the face, Rachel? Rachel! He looks down the dark, empty road. And at the end, we see the second Joshua tree. So he gets back into his doorless Pinto, and he hauls ass back to Sam's last chance. Sam's still there in his rocking chair. Charlie just blows in. Hey, why didn't you want us on that road? What was that about the trees, man? Something about the trees. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. What happened to your girlfriend? He took her, man. He took her, man. Why didn't you tell me? There's 2 roads down there, man. There's a road within a road. You can't see it, but it's there all right. I've been there. Yeah? Where? The highway to hell. The highway to hell? This isn't a joke, man! I'm not kidding! Yeah, neither am I, asshole. Yeah, okay. You got a phone? You can't phone hell, boy! You can drive there, but you can't phone hell. You can call out of hell, though. That's happened before. It just cuts to later, and Sam's like, he's brought Charlie into the gas station where he lives, and he's showing him, like, old photo albums. Like, here's a bunch of articles of all the people that have disappeared on this road. They're all missing girls. And they were all young, and every one of them pretty. They didn't just disappear, though. I know where they went. The sergeant took them. Who is this sergeant? Huh? The hell cop. Here, this one. This was Clara. Oh, yeah, as pretty as the day was long. She made me this. And then he holds up, like, a silver sawed-off shotgun. His girlfriend made it for him. She could make anything. This was an old piece of hubcap. Yeah, we drove out from Oklahoma about 50 years ago. I was going to find work so we could get married. She never made it, though. In the night, I fell asleep driving that godforsaken road. Damn, dude. Did Clara die in the crash? Nope. She disappeared. I never did find Clara, but I've never given up hope. But you can do more than hope. You gotta catch him before he reaches Hell City. Man, what the fuck are you talking about? Here, you'll need this. And he gives him the sawed-off shotgun. It's no ordinary gun. Here's some shells, and I'm sorry I don't have more. It's just a handful of shells, but they're white. Mm-hmm. This highway to hell. How do I get there? Sam brings him into the garage where there's like a big vehicle underneath a sheet. Okay? This is very convenient. He's setting him up.
Yeah.
For his journey. He pulls the sheet off, and it is a real nice white 1940 V8 Deluxe Coupe. You might get to hell in that Pinto, boy, but this'll get you back. Man, it's beautiful. So they load it up, with like gas, food, porn, an extra battery, You better take this antifreeze, boy. It's going to be hotter than hell down there. Ben the dog jumps in too, because he'd rather go to hell than hang out with Sam. Sam then gives Charlie a teddy bear with a little clock where the dick would be. It's weird. It's like you got to pass through the other side by sunrise, or you're stuck there. Bring this back to me. Oh, God, this whole thing is my fault. Yes, it is. She didn't even want to take that road. They usually don't like the Hershey Highway, boy. But anyway, you were asking me how to get there, okay? You just drive back and forth between them 2 trees, okay? Over and over. You get your dick hard. Okay? You drive through that with a hard dick, and that'll get you through. Good luck, boy. And Charlie's like, okay. He speeds off. After he speeds off, Sam's like, wait, I forgot. Charlie is gone. There's something special in that car, boy. Something special. Ah, fuck it. Charlie gets to the first tree and he's like, all right. He stops and he like adjusts. Yeah. He's like, all right, here we go. Give me a second. And then he just starts speeding off and he has to like turn around and keep going between these two trees, like trying to get his dick hard enough to go. And all of a sudden, woo, 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 there's a cop. And he's like, all right. He pulls over and he's like, okay, all right, you motherfucker. And he loads up the sawed off. Cop comes up to the window. He's like,
License and registration? Chicken fucker?
Charlie's like, oh yeah, try this, you son of a bitch. And he points the sawed off right into the cop's face. Oh. Now we see it's a regular human cop.
Oh no.
So they're both stared at each other. And then at the exact same time, they both go, oh shit. Charlie's like, woo, speeds off. And he's beating it. He's beating it. Come on. Cop's like, woo, 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 woo. I got a runner, indecent exposure, fucking shotgun, and a dog. Charlie's speeding. Yeah, faster and faster. 88 miles per hour. He's checking off. The dog's watching like, come on, man.
Beats per minute.
You can do it. And then, whoa, he comes. And he's gone. He went through the portal. The cop stops. And he's like, what the hell? And then the coupe comes out the other side of the portal in hell.
All right.
Yeah. And it just looks like the desert in the daytime. Because that's where you go when you're making a movie about hell and you got no money.
That's right.
Arizona. And he skids to a stop. He gets out. He's like, fucking desert. What the hell's going on? It was night, now it's day. There's just nothing around, just this endless road. He turns around and he sees a billboard, okay? And it's just got this like, it looks kind of like an old-timey FBI agent, like showing you his badge, but the billboard says, you'll be sorry you left home at all. So he gets back in. All right, buddy, you and me in hell. Let's go. We cut to Rachel in the back of the Hell Cop's car. Who are you? Where are you taking me? And the cop does not talk. He doesn't even acknowledge her. He's wearing, he's bald. He's got all these scars all over his face. He's wearing sunglasses, okay? She's like looking at the back of his head. And there's like a dick carved into it. It's like, oh, it's hell. Like he must have drank too much at a party. People were drawing on him. And they didn't know that he was dead. So then when he went to hell, all of that was there forever. I'd like to think he doesn't know the dick is on the back of his head. Anyway, he just keeps driving and eventually stops at a donut shop in hell. Okay?
Nice.
It's called Pluto's. Hellcop drags Rachel out of the car and with him inside. Okay, when he's going inside, this is such a fun little part. He ends up kicking over some pots and pans that are on the sidewalk outside, and he spills stuff and it's like sizzling, and then walking out of the door while he's walking in is Ben Stiller, and he's the short order cook. Like he's the fry cook for Pluto's Donuts. Now this cop, everybody calls him Hell Cop throughout the movie, but his name is actually Sergeant Bedlam. And everybody should watch this movie and at least get to see this Ben Stiller moment. So he sees the Hell Cop and he's like, oh, Bedlam! Yeah, surprise, surprise! Perhaps I could interest you in an omelet? And the Hell Cop just blows by him and just totally ignores him. Okay, in a bit of a rush. I can understand that. I'll just cook you up a fine head cheese omelet. And he cracks an egg on his head and lets it fall onto the sidewalk where he is actually doing all the cooking. Because remember, they're in hell.
Yeah. That's fucking weird.
It is. There's so much weird shit in this movie. So now inside the donut shop, it's all dark and smoky and dusty. All right. And it's loaded. All the tables are full of dead cops. And they're like, some of them look all zombified. A lot of them are dusty. They've been there forever.
Yeah.
And all of the donuts are like locked in a case with a chain and padlock around them. So these cops can never have donuts at the donut shop, you know? So all these cops, they're just like, yeah, like zombies. Some of them are a little more animated, like a little more freshly dead.
Yeah.
And the waitress, who is Ben Stiller's mom, she's like, oh yeah, hot enough for you. Okay, it's going to be a real scorcher. And she like won't stop talking. The cops can walk up and ask for coffee, and she's got the coffee pot in her hand, but never pours it because she never stops talking. Hellcop cuffs Rachel to the bar, and then he just sits down. She immediately gives him 2 donuts and a hot steaming cup of diarrhea.
Oh.
Which is, it looks like, it looks like diarrhea, but that's hell coffee. It's like bubbling shit. All of the dead cops are like lusting after his coffee and donuts. One of them is Jerry Stiller.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he and his wife, they were like a comedy duo back in the olden times.
Yes.
Yeah. They just had the whole family for a day of shooting.
Yeah, his sister is in it too, but, I don't care. Jerry Stiller is lusting after Hellcop's coffee and donuts. He tried to get coffee from the waitress, didn't happen. So he goes up and he says to the Hellcop, hey, somebody's behind you. And he taps on the other side of his shoulder. Hellcop turns around and he steals one of his donuts. Oh. And he runs to the back of the shop. I've got it! It's mine! And all the other dead cops are like, ooh! Hellcop sees this and he stands up. Jerry Stiller's just about to eat the donut when Hellcop pulls out his big weird gun and shoots him. And Jerry Stiller he like teleports away. I don't know. It's weird. He just disappears. While that's happening, Rachel picks up the coffee and then burns one of the handcuffs with it, dumps it on it, and it's like, and it lets go of her. And then she runs outside.
Oh, pretty
sweet.
smart.
Out there, Ben Stiller is cooking a steak on the sidewalk. Who needs mesquite when you got concrete? Hey, tell me how to get out of here. I don't know, but I do know this steak has your name on it. She just runs past him. What? Is it that you're a vegetarian? Because I'm telling you, it tastes very similar to chicken. Inside, the waitress is like, Hellcop, sir, that little blonde you came in with, she just took off. And he's like, and he runs outside. Ben Stiller's like, she went that way. I offered her my finest cut of beef, and she snubbed me. Vegetarian bitch! So she just starts running off into the desert, and Hellcop chases her down on foot for some reason. She's just running, and she runs into a biker gang. Vroom. It's like, maybe 7 or 8 of them.
Okay, I have a question. The cops sitting in the donut shop and the biker gang, are these guys who accidentally got a hard-on while driving between the trees on the Hershey Highway?
That's not the only way to go to hell.
Or did they legitimately go to hell?
Legitimately.
Okay. And they had to spend their afterlife doing their job. Like, I would hate to go to hell and be a nurse. Like, that sucks. I have to wear my scrubs the whole time.
I don't think they ever got to leave the donut shop. Like, their hell was never getting donuts because cops love them.
Yeah.
They didn't have to be cops, Hell cop, that's his job. He's like a demon cop, So the leader of this gang grabs Rachel. She's like, help me, you gotta help me. Oh, don't worry. And he's like holding on to her all creepy, okay. Whatever he's gonna do, we're gonna do it twice as bad. Don't move. Anyway, where are you gonna run to down here, eh? There's only one real way out. Then please tell me how. The leader walks over to his girlfriend on his motorcycle, his mall, okay?
Yeah.
He sends you back to do his work. And then he kisses his girlfriend. Hellcop shows up. And this biker leader, his name is Royce, okay? He turns around and he draws this big old sword from his back, okay? Hellcop draws his gun and they cross weapons, they're facing off. What? Come on, man. Embarrassing, huh, big guy? Embarrassing. A girl from up there getting away from you on your own turf. I mean, if he ever found out, you'd be in deep shit. I'll tell you what. I'll give her back. And I won't say how you messed up, but you owe me. And then the Hellcop. Now, okay, also the Hellcop. He is in a police uniform.
Yeah.
But all over it, where like the patches and the badges would be, are like pentagrams and upside down crosses and stuff.
Oh.
He just holsters his gun. I'll take that as a yes. Here she is. So the Hellcop just drags Rachel away again. You bastard! Hey, down here, that's a compliment. Now, the guy playing Royce, you might remember him as Larry from The Stand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we got to Charlie, and he's speeding down the highway in hell, and he hears a whistle. He's like, huh? He pulls over. There's a hitchhiker, and it's Lita Ford.
Oh.
She was pretty hot shit in a champagne glass back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know her.
Sexy rocker chick.
No.
Anyway, she leans into the car, and she's got big old cleavage, like right in his face. Hi, you need a passenger? Well, that depends. Can you tell me the quickest way to hell? And then she lunges in at him and says, sex! He's like, whoa. Drugs and rock and roll. Oh, yeah, okay. I gotta catch a cop before he goes to Hell City. Oh, Hell Cop. Yeah, you know him? Yeah, dream on, man. No way. You just better hope he doesn't catch you. I'll take my chances. He's got my girlfriend. Oh, so you need me. Why? Because I know where Hell Cop takes him. Oh, okay. All right, get in. Well, there's just one thing. And then she kind of slides back out of the car. She's still looking at him, though. Have you got room for two? And then she just jumps to the side and this insane ice cream man just like rushes at him, tries to jump in through the passenger window and is like trying to eat him, trying to kill him, whatever. Charlie just speeds away with this guy's ass hanging out of the passenger window. And the guy's going crazy, trying to hurt him. And he ends up skidding to a stop. And the guy is now on the roof of the car.
Is he made of ice cream?
No, he is in an ice cream man's uniform.
Okay.
Okay. He ends up popping down, like upside down in the window, and he holds up an ice cream scoop, and he goes, I'm going to scoop your brains. And then, boom, his head just explodes. And we see Charlie with the smoking sawed off. And Charlie just goes, you scoop your own brains. Hell Cop has now gotten Rachel back to Plato's Donuts, and he has to, upside down cross to get the door handles to appear. And Ben Stiller's like, oh, yeah, that's quite a little hand gesture. And he like tries to do it himself. And when he does it, the pot of coffee that he's holding like flies up and burns his face. Like, hits him in the head. Hell Cop speeds away. Right then, Charlie arrives at the donut shop, having just missed him. And now Royce's gang is there too. So Charlie like gets out of his car and immediately gets mugged and molested by this gang. Okay. They're like holding him against his car. One of them points a knife at his dick and is like, it's raw, man, but we can cook it for you. I gotta catch the Hell Cop. Ah, he's after the sergeant. And then Royce is like, hey, what's your name, kid? Charlie Sykes. You're after the sergeant, Charlie? Ha, you're crazy. I like that, Charlie. Why you chasing him? He's got my girlfriend. Oh. And then one of the other gang members like licks Charlie's head. Okay, Charlie, but you owe me. Whether you're dead the next time I see you or not, you owe me. Agreed? Agreed. Yeah, god damn, man. Agreed. Okay, let him go. Yep, so they let him go, and Charlie gets back in his car, and then he sees Royce's Moll, his girlfriend, on his bike. And he's like, Clara? Oh. She's just looking at him, and he's like, holy shit. And then he just speeds off, like, wow.
Sam's girlfriend?
Yeah, and she doesn't look a day older than she was in the photos.
Oh.
Jeez.
His gang is like, man, how many favors do you need?
Right?
Can we fuck somebody up already?
That's how you get around hell, baby. Leverage. Ben Stiller's like, come on, all you can eat, no charge. Hell Cop speeding across the desert. Charlie catches up to him. Charlie found him.
Whoa.
Okay, so they're speeding down the road next to each other. He starts ramming the cop car. It rams him. Rachel sees him. She's like, Charlie! Charlie is, surprisingly, super aggressive on the road. And he is trying to run this asshole down, okay? Sparks are flying all over the place. Come on, motherfucker, come on. Pull over, fucker. They have to keep like splitting around other cars that have died in the road. Like one of them is upside down and the people are like still in it.
Yeah.
Like forever.
Oh.
Charlie pulls out the sawed off. Shoot him, Charlie, shoot him. I can't, not if you're there. Then Hellcop pulls out his gun. And Rachel's like, no. And she starts reaching through the bars and like pulling on Hellcop, trying to mess up his aim. They're still ramming each other. Hellcop's car is like shooting flames out the sides. Then Hellcop just grabs Rachel's hand and yanks on it. And she just, bong, knocks herself out on the bars. Rachel! And then Hellcop's like, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna fuck your ass. He like fills the car with holes. I don't know how this gun works. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it portals things. The mythology is unclear. Anyway, it just shoots his car full of holes like a regular gun. And now they're coming up to a semi-tractor trailer that's parked across the road.
What?
And then Hellcop just points his gun at that and shoots it, and the whole thing blows up.
Ooh.
So Hellcop just like speeds through the fire. Charlie's coupe didn't do so well. He had to like kind of go around part of it, and he's end up in the desert, clunking around, and he ends up skidding to a halt. And then we see the front of the coupe, and it's like pooping out all this oil from the front, you know. So he's broken down. And then it just cuts to him sweating balls and hoofing it through the desert. He's got his dog with him. He's got his underwear tied around his head. And in the middle of the desert in hell, he finds a motorist aid call box.
Nice.
So he's like, oh, God, thank God. He walks up, opens it, and picks up the phone. Hello? Yeah, motorist aid. What's the problem? Well, plenty. Hellcop has my girlfriend, biker gang, donut shop, sidewalk steak. My car's out of oil and won't start. Really? Yeah, could I get some help? Sounds like you're walking, fuckface. And he just hangs the phone up. He starts walking away, and then he turns, and he points the sawed off at it. And he's about to blow it away when in the distance he sees a tow truck driving away with his car.
Oh, no.
And he's like, no, wait. Hey, that's my car. That's my car. And he runs up to it. And you see on the side of the tow truck, it says, Satanic Mechanic. He ends up getting it to stop. And the driver gets out. Charlie's pointing the sawed off at him. And it is a Mr. Patrick Bergin.
Yes!
All right.
And he's like kind of dressed like Indiana Jones. He's got like a fedora and kind of long hair.
Yeah.
Sexy mustache. This is my car. Oh, hey, no harm intended. I've got a salvage business up the road. I usually keep what I find. Charlie's like kind of freaking out. Okay, so since you say it's yours, you want me to haul it in and fix it up for you? I mean, yeah. If you could take a look at it, that would help me a lot. He's like still pointing the gun at this guy. I didn't say I'd look at it. I said I'd fix it. Hop in, bitch. And then the dog's like, Barr, I'm here too, bitch. He can ride in the back with Adam. And Adam is his little boy. And he is, cutest kid you ever seen.
Oh.
Wow, what a great dog. What's his name? Mr. Ben. It's like, why? Why are you making that kid call him Mr. Ben? I'm Charlie. Nice to meet you, Charlie. Patrick Bergin shakes Charlie's hand, and he's like, I'm Horrington. Nice to meet you. And we see on the side of the door it says AAA, Anarchy, Armageddon, and Annihilation. So he tows it through the desert. And they end up passing like a roadside work crew that's picking up trash. Like, for eternity. Oh, God. Adam's in the back of the truck, like loving on Ben. Hell of a car you got back there, Charlie. I haven't seen one like it in maybe 50 years. You can't be that old. I feel like it. It's hard to keep track of time down here. Hey, could you speed up? I'm kind of in a hurry. Oh, I've been tempted, but the cops down here can be pretty rough. Tell me about it. And then he tows it into, they get to his garage, his salvage business. Back in the cop car, Rachel is watching the Hell Cops TV. He's got in the car.
He's got a TV?
Yeah. And there's a TV commercial for Styx Beer. Fire brewed Styx Beer. And there's a demon like selling it. When I get home from fucking butts and burning, there's no better beer than a Styx Beer. It's brewed from our own river Styx. It's a third more toxic than, whatever. And now, bowling for leftovers. And it's like, not funny. No. Back at Horrington's garage, he has already fixed the car. There you go, Charlie. Right as rain. Oh, thanks. How much do I owe you? Don't worry about it. You want to have some beers and sex? I'm pretty well hung. No, I'm in a hurry. Well, suit yourself. Hey, Horrington. Do you know the way to Hell City? Sure. All roads lead there. You ever heard of Hell Cop? Sure have. They call him the Collector. Well, I don't know why, but he took my girlfriend. Oh, damn, dude. Seriously? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Hey, had you two ever, what? Made sex? Of course. Well, the only reason I ask is Hell Cop usually only, goes for, beautiful young virgins. Well, she's not, a virgin. We did it in my Pinto. Uh-huh. Well, you'll probably be all right then. And he just pats him on the shoulder like, time for you to go. Thanks, Horrington. Come on, Ben. So he leaves and he's driving down the road, okay? And we see that outside the car, hanging on to the handle and like kind of halfway sitting on the floorboard to get in is Adam, just like stowing away on a car like speeding down the highway. It's like, that kid's got balls. Then Charlie drives past a big construction site where they're paving the road, okay? The name of the paving company is Good Intentions Paving Company. And you just hear screams and all these people, okay? And it turns out there is a big line of sinners, like lined up to talk to this guy at a turnstile. Mm-hmm. And it's like, next, I was only sleeping with my husband's boss to advance his career. Next. And they keep walking through. I was only trying to help. I thought he wanted me to pull the plug. Next. I know I didn't say my husband's name in my Oscar speech. But, he knows I love him. Next. And as they walk through, they're all jumping into a grinder.
Oh.
And they scream on the way down. And there's this big conveyor belt with like body parts. And that's what they're paving the road with.
Oh, jeez.
Orderly line, please. Stay in line. We don't care about your excuses. And Charlie gets stopped by like a construction signalman, like we all do. He's part of hell. And then Adam pops up. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Ben. No, what the hell, kid? You've been hanging on the outside of the car this whole time? Yeah. I'm with you now. I'm your driving partner. You can't come with me, man. Ah, shit. I can help you find your girlfriend. How? I know where a Hell Cop will take her. You do? Well, wow, okay. And so Adam gets in and like hugs him. And it's like, Jesus, man, this kid's pretty cute. But you gotta stay out of the way, okay? Okay. So they're driving right by the paving machine and this big, meaty hooker leg, like, boom, boom, falls on the hood of the car. And Charlie's like, ah. And he actually reaches out and grabs it and just throws it up like behind his car. And the car is speeding away, but we stay on the leg. And it lands standing up. It's so weird. So now it's night and it's raining. Hey, Adam, how'd you end up in hell? I was too little to remember. But you remember Cleveland, right? And watching this movie, you're like, did they talk about Cleveland? And they did not.
Huh.
Okay. Maybe it was a deleted scene. But Adam's like, uh-huh. Hey, Adam, you can trust me. And then Adam pulls out a Polaroid of his family. Like him with his parents and his dog.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time ago. My daddy was driving a station wagon. I was sleeping. But when I woke up, Hell Cop was there, and he killed everyone except me. Even my dog.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus.
Damn.
And then it gets double weird when you remember that the Hell Cop only takes beautiful young virgins. So, how did Horrington get you? Hell Cop brought me to him. What does Horrington do down here? Fix stuff. He's teaching me how to fix stuff too. And then Charlie pulls out a photo of his own. This is my girlfriend, Rachel. Oh, she's pretty, Charlie. We'd better hurry. Hell Cop's gonna do her like 900 ways from Sunday.
Oh, shit.
After that, you'll be throwing hot dogs down hallways forever.
Oh, my God.
Well, as soon as I find her, we're getting the hell out of here. Do you want to go with us? Yes, Charlie, I do. All right, it's a deal. Cross your heart and hope to die. And then they spit in their hands and seal that shit with a Bartertown shake. Let's give them hell. Hit it, Charlie. Go that way. It's like the only way they've been going. Vroom, they drive away. And now they've been driving all night, and next morning they stop at a casino called Hoffa's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, stay in the car. So Charlie goes inside, and it is like full of half-naked hookers and strippers and people drinking and getting it on, gambling. It's like, holy shit, it's the funnest place in hell. He's walking through the super rowdy crowd with the sawed off, okay? He just like has his gun out. And everybody's like, too busy having a good time. And then we see this one topless dancer in a cage, and it says, touch at your own risk. So she's in there like shaking it, and then some cowboy just like, hey, he can't resist. He goes in for a handful. And then, whoom, his hand just catches fire. Oh, he's like, whoa, hey! And Charlie, he's like still in the crowd, searching. Like all across the casino, we see Rachel locked in a cage of her own.
Oh.
Okay, she still has her clothes on though. Rachel, are you okay? No, I'm not. And she's handcuffed to the cage, with the hands. Charlie's like trying to loosen, the grip of these things. And then out from the shitter walks Hell Cop. He's here, Charlie. Shoot him. Charlie aims and fires. Boom, one in the gut. Nothing. Boom, one in the chest. Nothing. He is still coming. Charlie's like, oh shit, okay. It's only a double barrel. He's got to reload now. While he's reloading, he just like gets grabbed and thrown. And he, of course, loses the sawed off. Hell Cop picks that shit up, walks over to Charlie, picks him up, bends him over, and parks it up his ass like a school bus. And then boom! Fires. Okay? And Charlie just like dies. And the whole club just like, yay! They're all applauding and cheering. Good shot, sir! Good shot! The handcuff that's holding Rachel like raises its middle finger, to Charlie. And Rachel's like, no! Hell Cop drags her out of the cage. He's dragging her through the club. Everybody's like clapping for him. Yeah, good job, Sergeant. And then they pass Adam, who's like hiding under some lady's skirt or something. As soon as they go by, he runs to Charlie and he's like, he sees him. And he's like, whoa. Hell Cop throws Rachel into the car. She's like, let me go. And he just speeds off. Can't even stop to take a steamer. Back inside, Adam is just sitting there next to dead Charlie with a shotgun sticking out of his ass. And then a couple of boots walk up. Hello, Adam. Hi, Horrington. Where have you been? I took a ride with Charlie. And we just see Charlie, like flooding blood out of his ass and his mouth. But I was going to come back, Horrington. And then Horrington picks Charlie up. All right. And he starts walking. Charlie made me a promise. Can he still keep it? We'll see. You're leaking more than oil this time, Charlie Sykes. But don't worry. I can fix anything. Cars, people. So he's walking through the casino, and Charlie is just like pouring shitty blood everywhere. It's like all over Horrington's clothes. He's like leaving a trail of it too. And he takes him over to a table and lays him down. Is he going to be okay? That depends. You promise not to run away again? And then Adam just like sheepishly nods. Do you promise? I promise, Horrington. All right. So then Horrington pulls the shotgun out of his ass. Here, give me your hand. And then Adam does. And Horrington just like holds his hand over the gaping wound. And then ding, we cut to a bellhop, like walking around the casino. Paging Idi Amin to the white courtesy phone, please. Idi Amin. This must be much later because there's almost nobody in the casino at this point. The bellhop walks past a table that has Attila the Hun, Cleopatra, and Hitler sitting there. Okay. Ben Stiller is pulling double duty. He's playing Attila the Hun. I think it's his sister that was Cleopatra, but the important part is that Hitler is Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh, God.
And the bellhop walks up, and Hitler's like, "Get away from here, you disgusting monkey!" And he does walk away, but Hitler's still like, "Don't get me wrong, I love undesirables." And then Charlie wakes up on the table, and he is healed.
Oh, wow.
Horrington's like, "Charlie, nice to have you back. How you feeling?" "I don't know. I can't believe I'm alive." "Well, you might have been killed, only the bullet couldn't pierce your soul. You got a big heart, kid. Kind of a small wiener, though. Here, sit down." "I am not Hitler." "Yeah, we've heard that before. Once it's explained, the devil will look at me and I will say, 'Goodbye, devil,' and he say, 'Goodbye, Bob.'" I gotta go. I gotta go and catch him. Horrington, grabs Charlie by the arm. "You've done all you can, man. Get back in your car. Go back to where you came from, Charlie. There must be 1,000,000 girls out there just like Rachel, man." "No, you're wrong. She's the only one for me." And he gets up to leave. "Where do you think you're going?" "After him. Maybe he stopped. Maybe they broke down. Maybe there's still a chance." "I know a shortcut to Hell City." He looks at the bartender, who then hands him back the sawed-off. And he gives it to Charlie. And he's like, "The shortcut's nearby. It's called the Road to Nowhere." And you can still hear Hitler yelling. And he's like, "In fact, I am 19 years old. I like heavy metal music. And dancing in my room, in my underwear. I'm not Hitler, and I should not be sitting at the same table with the fucking Flintstones." Horrington and Charlie walk outside, and out there's Adam playing with Ben. "Charlie! Hey, Adam, let's go get Rachel." "Adam's staying with me, Charlie. He's my apprentice." "Hey, man, I thought you wanted to come with me." "I have to stay, Charlie." Okay. All right, I'll see you around, kid." And right then, Royce's gang, boom, pulls up to the casino. There's only a few things to do in hell. You run across the same people. Royce yells out, "Hey, Adam, want to ride?" Charlie's like, "Okay, thanks, Horrington." And then he speeds off with Ben. Adam, sticks his tongue out at Royce, and he, runs behind Horrington's leg, and he's like, "Fucker!" And then the gang rides off. So we cut back to Charlie, and the gang rides up on him. And he's like, "Oh, God, it's the Lost Boys from hell." And then they start terrorizing him on the road. Okay? And one of them is, dressed up like a magician or a clown or something. Mm-hmm. And they're all on motorcycles, okay? So he rides in front of them, reaches back and pulls down his pants, and then just fires diarrhea all over the windshield. Gross. Charlie's like, "Oh, God." The little wipers aren't doing shit. And he actually reaches out to try to clear it with his hand, and it burns him.
Oh, Jesus.
Another one of them is dressed up like a dentist, and he's like, trying to shove his drill in the window. And then he swerves down a dirt road, like to get away from him. And he ends up slamming through this gate that says road to nowhere. So it's like pretty lucky. Anyway, when he passes that gate, all the bikers just stop. They won't go. They won't go there. So down the road, Charlie finds the cop car just parked outside of a cave. So he stops and he sneaks in with the sawed off, like ready. He's wandering around and it's really quiet. And it's pretty, like they shot this in a real cave in Arizona somewhere. Mm. And then there's a motorcycle coming in and he's like, oh yeah, okay. And he hides and it drives through and at the last second he just jumps out in front of it with the gun. And they stop. Like, thank God. Kind of a dumbass thing to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's Clara. Hey, you're Clara! Sam has been trying to find you. And she like looks at him like, yeah, I know. She doesn't have much time, Charlie. Yeah, I know. Don't take that road. It's a shortcut. I know it's a shortcut, but if you take it, man, you're going to have to choose. Okay, and if you choose wrong, you're going to be lost. You and Rachel. What do you mean? I made a choice. I was just a dumbass kid who wanted to do something with my life. He tempted me, and I took it. What about Sam? I thought I didn't need Sam. Oh, wow, you bitch. I know. Yeah, well, Rachel needs me. And then Clara just starts her bike up, and she yells out, maybe she doesn't, Charlie. Yeah, well, maybe she does. And then he walks off into the cave. And no shit, she yells out, maybe she doesn't. And then from real far away, maybe she does. So Charlie's exploring the cave with his sawed off, and he's doing a good job. He's like checking his corners. Making sure there's nobody behind him.
Yeah.
And then he finds a door in the back of this cave. So he goes in and he finds stairs and a clock, and he's what the hell? This is in a cave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes up the stairs and he finds clothes, and it's Rachel's clothes. Oh. And he comes out into a hallway. Like it's a house in the middle of this cave, He keeps walking and he finds some condom wrappers.
Oh, shit.
He picks one up and it says Magnum. And he's like, shit. He opens a door and he finds Rachel in a black dress tied up to the bed. Rachel! He goes over and starts trying to untie her. Oh, Charlie, I'm so glad you're here. Where is he? I don't know. And then she just starts kissing him, So happy to see him.
Was she really tied to a bed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I don't make stuff up. Make love to me, Charlie. If you make love to me, the devil won't want me anymore. And she starts trying to kiss him and make out with him. He's still trying to untie her. And then, doom, doom, doom. Hell cops are coming up the stairs. Ah! Charlie hears this and he kind of like backs off of what he's doing. And he's like, ow! And she's like biting his fingers. Like she's like horny for him. And then Charlie's got the sawed off. He's walking to the door. He's going to slam it open and come after the hell cop, okay? And he passes a mirror. And then boom! In the mirror, we see that on the other side of the room, hell cop has busted through. Oof. So Charlie turns and tries to attack him, but hell cop's got the upper hand. Okay, he starts throwing him around the room, beating his ass with his nightstick. Charlie loses the sawed off, okay? And then hell cop actually like knocks him down and then picks him up by his spread legs. But like from behind, okay, picks him up. And then hell cop is inside.
Oh my God.
Ah!
Shit.
And then hell cop just starts spinning around like in a circle, like twirling him around. And then he just lets go of him. Charlie's trying to get up. He actually finds the sawed off, turns around, and fires. Boom! This time the hell cop, he like disappears in the same portal energy way that hell cop's own gun did. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how these guns work, okay? But he warps away, like he did to the donut zombie cop.
Right.
So he's gone, but his uniform, his boots, and his sunglasses, they're all still there, like on the floor. So wherever he is, he's naked. Anyway, Rachel's handcuffs just let go at that point. She gets up and then helps him up, okay, and she just keeps kissing him. We should get out of here. No, come to bed. Rachel? And she's like kissing him like with an animal fervor. Look, I found your bracelet in the road. He hands it to her, and no shit, she sucks on it and then throws it away. Okay, throws it right to the handcuffs, who like grab it. And then she takes him to the bed. She's like, come on, fuck me, big boy. He's like, he gets up and he picks up the bracelet. Like, no, I don't want to make sex. Rachel, we should go. And he looks up into the mirror.
Oh.
And we see Rachel in the mirror. Only in the mirror, she's a big leathery horned demon with giant purple droopy tits.
Oh, God.
Just like sitting on the bed, like flipping her pointy tail back and forth like a cat.
Oh, wow.
It's actually amazing looking.
Really?
That was the problem with this movie, is it had such a small budget, but they did so much with it. I love this movie, man. It definitely has like slow and stupid ass parts, but it shines at certain points.
Yeah.
So he's looking in the mirror at this demon with like, seriously, I cannot emphasize enough how droopy the boobs are. The naked purple boobs, okay? And it's just like flipping its tail, looking at him. Like it has no idea that he can see it. And he turns around and looks at Rachel, and it's Kristy Swanson.
Yeah.
You know? She's like, she's got lipstick like all over her face, like smeared, and she's like, what? And he like blinks his eyes and then turns back to the mirror. Again, the demon. He looks back at Rachel, and then she just says, it's really only skin deep, isn't it, babe? And he's like, what the hell? And then she gets up and walks towards him and drops the disguise. Okay, so, oh man. She's like purple, all right? And she looks like a cross between Meg Mucklebones and like that singing alien hooker from Return of the Jedi. All right, like the spindly legs and like a pot belly.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And this tail is just like, not like whipping violently, just like a cat. It is so weird, man. So she's coming at him. She's like, come here, baby. I love you, Charlie. No. He's backing up. Okay. And this thing walking towards him is like the greatest shot in the movie. In fact, this is my favorite scene. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
One of two, anyway. So she grabs him and she starts like throwing him around the room. And she's like in his face, like, come to mama. And he's like trying to fight her off, and she just sits him down in a chair, like holds him down. And her tail just like whoosh, whips the mirror, and it just shatters.
Oof.
So now she's like leaning down into his face. Okay, like, let's have babies, Charlie. Come to mama. And her big droopy boobs are like right in his face. Okay, I love you, Charlie. And he reaches down and grabs a shard of mirror. Okay. And she's still like trying to seduce him as this demon. She's like slinks her tail like up around his body. He grabs it and cuts it off with the mirror shard.
Oh.
And then yellow just like sprays into his face. And she's like, ooh. He throws the tail, and like, you got to watch for this, but the tail is like whipping still.
Yeah.
Like severed. Oh man. It's so good.
That's amazing.
So she falls back and he gets up and he's like, come on, you want to fight? Come on. He picks up the sawed off, and this demon looks at him and goes, oh, Charlie, I'm a lover, not a fighter. And then boom, he shoots her. She flies back onto the bed, falls through it into a dark burning pit that was underneath.
Oh.
And she's like, ah. He like scoots up to it like carefully, and he like looks down, and then whoom, fire comes out of it. And he's like, sorry, you're just not my type. And then he leaves. Then we see Hellcop's uniform disappear. He walks out, the clock disappears, the cop car disappears, so it was all just an illusion, a trap.
Oh.
And then we cut to the actual cop car speeding down the road in the middle of a sea of Volkswagen Beetles, like old school ones.
Wow.
Okay, they're all just driving down the road together. It is weird. It's got to mean something, like something biblical. I don't know.
No.
One of them has a bumper sticker that says, "Pontius is my co-pilot."
Oh, God.
I think I want that. Hellcop's just still driving. Still hasn't said a word. The TV's on. So, she's just watching it. And now it starts talking to her.
Oh, shit.
And it's like, "Rachel Clark, this could be your life. Choice number 1 doesn't look like much fun." And it shows her, like, kneading pizza dough with a baby on her hip. And it's like, "Up to your arms in pizza pies. You look like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag."
For real?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then choice number 2 is Rachel, like, playing the violin like a maestro.
Yeah.
"You could have it all, fame and fortune. Just have faith in us and forget about sorry old Charlie." Charlie has actually now entered the sea of Volkswagen Beetles. And he's like, "What the hell is this?" They all just start ramming him from all sides. Okay?
Yeah.
So he's having trouble. And like as a giant group, they all just drive into this big tunnel. And he's getting rocked and rolled by these things. So he sees a little offshoot in the tunnel and he takes it. He ends up exiting at a cliff and nearly drives off of it. So he and Ben have to go on foot from here, okay? Now, in the distance, like it's a cliff that goes down into the River Styx. And on the other side is Hell City. And it's like huge skyscrapers. It's actually pretty neat looking.
Oh.
So they end up following this line of sinners that's like lined up to get into Hell City. And they're all like being passed out white sheets that they have to put over themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all going to get onto the boat to take them to Hell City. Guarding the boat is a big 3-headed dog, Cerberus.
Oh.
And it is claymation and not too bad, I might add. It's got like a big old red lipstick boner. It's haunting. I hate seeing dog boners. It's disgusting. Charlie takes one look at this and he's like, "Go back to the car, Ben." Ben's like, "Roar, roar, roar, roar." And Ben runs over and then lifts his leg and shows Cerberus his own dick. Cerberus, like it works. Cerberus goes for him. Roar, 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 roar. But it can't get him because it's chained up. Okay? "I owe you one, Ben." And then Charlie just runs by and like leaves his dog.
Oh.
Okay, these sinners, they're all getting on this boat. Standing in the middle of the boat, a big, tall, black guy. This is Kevin Peter Hall. And he's the one who ferries the dead to hell. So he's playing Charon or Charon, however you want to say it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he stops Charlie, and we see that his eyes are sewn shut. It's pretty cool looking.
Damn.
What right have you to cross?
Save my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah.
It's too late. Only the dead may pass.
"She's not dead. Please. I'll jerk you off or fuck you or whatever."
"I will suck your fucking dick. I will do it."
Charon looks Charlie up and down. And then his robe, his boner just goes.
"Come on, just tell me what you want me to fuck. Just tell me what you want me to fuck."
Well, rules are meant to be broken. Once you have crossed, there's no way back.
So he takes them all down the River Styx, and they enter, another cave. You like caves?
Yeah.
But over the cave, there's a Wall Street ticker tape, out in the middle of the desert.
Mm-hmm.
And it just says, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." In the cave,
This is your place to leave. But remember, evil has many faces and hot tits, some of which are sweet.
"All right, thank you."
No, thank you.
And then Charon puts Charlie's underwear in his pocket.
Oh, God.
Charlie walks through a big old door, okay? And we see that he's entering like a huge, tall skyscraper, okay? Actually, in the lobby, on display, like in a glass case, is the bitten apple from the Tree of Knowledge.
Oh.
Some soldiers see him and they're like, "Hey, you!" And then he just has to run. And it's like all Keystone Cops chasing him like, dun, 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 dun. And then he runs into this hallway, okay? And he sees a couple of doors. The first one just says housekeeping. And he opens it up, and there is Pinhead. Fucking Butterball in the ass.
Oh, shit.
And then without stopping, Pinhead just turns to Charlie and waves his hand like, "Come in." Charlie just starts slowly closing the door. And Pinhead's like, "No, don't do that." Charlie goes to the next door and it says janitor closet, but from inside we can hear violin music, okay? He opens it up and inside it's like all like fucking weird looking. There's all sorts of colors on the walls. And then standing against the wall are just like people in like leotards that even cover their faces, they're just painted the same color of the wall. It's just like visually like, Jesus, this is weird. We see the violinist and it is Rachel. "Charlie, I thought you were dead." And he points his gun at her and he's like, "Don't move." Oh. She's like, "What the hell?" He finds a mirror and like checks it. And he's like, "Oh, thank God. Thank fucking God." And then they hug. "What's wrong?" I can't explain it. I can't explain it. Here, I found your bracelet. Just fucking take it. She's like, "Oh, wow." She actually takes the bracelet and puts it back on. So he's like, "All right, sweet. I'll kiss you." And then an evil, horned Satan in a suit wearing a pentagram necklace walks in. And he looks fantastic. Like the makeup is so fun looking.
Really?
I loved it. Yeah. He just walks in. And he's kind of like purpley reddish, you know, he's got like long hair. He's got like 6 horns on his forehead and he's got green cat eyes. Okay. Ooh. And he just walks in, baby. He's like staring at him and smiling. He's got sharp teeth. "Oh my God." And then Satan's just like, "Charlie Sykes, your name is not in my book. Is there a black mark on your soul?" I don't know. "What about your ass? Sometimes it's there, but I don't know why yet." "I don't know why. I'll figure that out, but..." "No, I'm taking Rachel back." "Rachel, my sweet virgin child? You'll never keep her away from me. You've heard her play. She could be magnificent with my help. She could do anything she wants. It is Rachel's choice." Nope, she's going back. I own her." "Maybe she doesn't want to." And you're like, oh, now there's going to be some like weird, you know, she's turning on him, maybe. Yeah. But no, Rachel just goes, "I want to go back." Yep. "Look, we're going to die someday anyway. It's too early now. And we didn't do anything wrong. We haven't even eloped yet." "That's precisely why I like you, dear. We're still alive." And then Satan, like, lightning quick, runs over to Charlie, grabs him by the throat, and slams him up against the wall. "Are you sure you're alive, Charlie Sykes?" "Stop it, I love him." "I don't really need Charlie. And he stinks. So I'll let him go." And he drops him. "You let Rachel go, and you can keep me." No. You fucking kidding me?" "Then you're gonna have to kill me." "Haven't you ever been in love?" "I am darkness made visible. I am the prince of princes. I once basked in the light of God's love." "Then you must know how we feel." And then there's a close-up of Satan's cat eyes, and he just goes, "I know how everyone feels."
Oh, shit.
And then he turns to them, and he's like, "That is not love. It is fear and vanity." And then he just stares into Rachel's eyes, and she's staring back. And he just says,
Very well. Go. On one condition. Remember, don't look back.
And they're like, holy shit, seriously? Oh my God. Okay, all right. They run out. Satan, who is like smiling, he walks over to the mirror in the room, and it's on a swivel, so he spins it. And he stops it, and it's Horrington.
Oh! I know, right? You never saw that coming.
And he's like,
now we'll have some fun.
man, I loved this scene too. The Satan in this scene is just, I love watching him.
Really?
Yeah. So Charlie and Rachel are sneaking out, okay, of the building, trying to, remember there's all those guards running around, okay? And he's like, okay, now run! They get into the lobby and all of the guards are just standing at attention at their posts. And they're like, they don't care about Charlie and Rachel.
Yeah.
Charlie's like, and he like stops to stare at him, okay? Mm-hmm. Rachel is walking up the stairs and she just stops and does not turn around. But she says, Charlie, come on. He's like, all right. And then they leave. So they're running down the stairs and they end up in like a parking garage in hell, okay? Down there is Hellcop's car. Charlie's leading her down the stairs and she falls. She's like, ah! He turns around and he's like, are you okay? No, don't turn. Don't look back. And then, dun dun, all of these guards and all of these demons and like weird sinners with no faces, they all just start mobbing them.
Oh, God.
Because Charlie fucked up. Oh. Charlie's like trying to shoot him, trying to fight him off. They get up to the car and Rachel, having watched Hellcop, uses the sign of the upside down cross to make the handles appear. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I've got this. So they get in the cop car. All of these people and sinners outside are just like, whoa, 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 whoa. We're like shaking the car like it's a riot, you know? And she has to hotwire it, you know, because remember, she's a mechanic. When down the stairs walks the Hellcop. Oh, shit! Vroom! They get it running. They speed out of there. Through the parking garage. They're like swerving, making turns and stuff. The car is like still covered in guards and like fuckers. Mm-hmm. But he's like slinging them off every time he turns, you know? And then all of a sudden, ahead of them is a dead end. There's no way out! It just looks that way, Charlie. Step on it. Trust me. So he does. And they go flying out the side of Hell City over the river and right back into the cave that he started in.
Oh, wow.
Okay. They get out of the cop car and then he shoots the engine with the sawed off. That ought to slow him down. And then they go and get back into his coupe. Okay. At the coupe, we find Ben, okay, who has now made friends and lovers with Cerberus. So they get in and they speed away through fucking Volkswagen Beetles. And we cut to a bunch of like hell mechanics, you know, bumbling bastards trying to fix the Hellcop's car. And he comes walking up. He just throws them off and he slams the hood down like on one of them. Like his legs are like sticking out. And then off he goes. Okay. Charlie drives back to Horrington's garage. All right. Remember to get Adam. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrington's garage has now been replaced by like a big black temple.
Oh.
Where the hell did that thing come from? Adam!
There's like a big red limo parked out front. And then like a chauffeur or a butler like opens up the big front doors. And out walks Horrington in like silk robes. And, he still has his long hair, but it's kind of slicked back.
Horrington?
Hello, Charlie. You've made it.
You're a real player.
I'm proud of you. And then Adam walks out. And he like stands behind him. A smoking jacket. Silk pajamas. Like Hugh Hefner.
And Rachel, Charlie's found you. Think he can keep you?
The hell is that supposed to mean?
You'd better hurry. Good old Hellcop's on his way even as we speak. We're taking Adam with us. He doesn't belong here. He doesn't want to go. Adam?
I promised I'd stay, Charlie.
And I promised I'd take you with me. Remember?
You really meant it, Charlie? I'll go with you. And it's like, damn, dude. He runs to him. And Horrington's just like, Adam, I want you to stay with me. He's going with us. I may not be carrying a pitchfork, Charlie, but I think you know who I am. Don't make me lose my temper. But we just met the devil. One of my many manifestations. But you saved my life, Horrington. People live, people die, man. I've got infinite levels of health for them. You ain't seen shit, really. It is so easy for me now. People have lost all of their willpower and all of their hope. But you, Charlie, you haven't. You've got guts. That's why I like you. But you can't have Adam. Adam is not a game. Neither was Attila, Napoleon, or Adolf. Adam will go back when I send him. He wants to go back now, and I'm taking him. Huh? Oh yeah? All right, what are your terms? We'll race the hell cop. We make it out of hell before he catches us. We go free. We don't. You keep Adam.
Nice.
Not interested.
And then Rachel's like, me. What did you say? And me. Horrington walks up to her and he's like, oh, baby. And he starts smelling her face and stroking her hair. You'll come of your own free will? Yes. Deal, baby. You met Royce? Remember him? He used to be a part of my scheme of things. Like Adam, he's one of my adopted sons. I'd like a child with Rachel. I'd like a boy. I don't always get what I want. And then Royce shows up on his motorcycle, with Clara in tow. So the devil gets into his limo, and everybody else gets into their cars and motorcycles and, wagons and stuff, and then they all just drive out to the middle of the desert. They stop and get out. Satan's like, there is your exit point. If you make it, you're free. If you don't, you're mine. Clara walks over to the car, the coupe. She bends down and she says to Rachel and Charlie, say hi to Sam for me, okay? And it's like, get fucked.
Yeah.
It's unclear to me why she's even in hell. She got taken by the hell cop, but why is she now Royce's?
Yeah.
Yeah, the devil threw her away? Or did he get her for Royce? I don't know. It's never gone into. So Charlie's like, all right, he's in the driver's seat. He has got Rachel and Adam in the car with him. That's a heavy car. I don't know if he's going to do so well in this race. And then Satan pops his head in the window. Hey, Charlie, suppose I made you the quarterback of the Rams. Would you give me Adam and Rachel? Adam reaches down, grabs a red hat and puts it on, turns to Satan, and it's his 49ers hat. He's like, if you'd said the Niners, I might have said yes. But you didn't. So go to hell. And then vroom, he just speeds off. Satan yells out, fasten your seatbelts.
Rachel's like, what the fuck?
I know. Hellcop is already driving. Vroom, he's following him. And then Royce walks up. Horrington? Royce, what are you doing to Clara? She's not looking well. Don't change the subject. You're letting them go. They won't make it. But they get a chance. When's my chance? Don't hold your breath. You owe me a chance. I'm the best. I am the one. I was never afraid. Adam is afraid. No, you're not the one. You are a great disappointment.
Oh.
I know. And then Royce just loses it. He's like, come on! Ah! Clara's like, face it, Royce. Eternity is ours. Yeah, well, eternity lasts too long. And if that boy is going back up, so am I. And he gets on the bike with her and then vroom, speeds off and has inserted himself into the race.
There you go.
So now all three, they're racing, okay? Royce, boom, he's already passing the hell cop. He pulls up right next to him. Hellcop does not waste any time, pulls out his gun, and points it right into Royce's face, who then yells out, you owe me! And then the Hellcop lowers the gun.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And then Royce just speeds up and goes ahead.
Yeah.
The devil is, he's now sitting at the top of like a dune in like a lawn chair with an umbrella. He's like drinking wine. His like chauffeur is like lighting a cigar for him with his finger. So Royce is gaining on Charlie, and he gets up to the side of him, pulls out the sword off of his back, okay, and he starts like stabbing it into the car like it was made out of foil. Everybody inside the car has to dodge the sword. Like seriously, this is where James Cameron got the elevator thing from Terminator 2. You're not going anywhere. Come on, come on. He's like trying to kill the kid too, you know. Clara, she has her moment of clarity. And she's like, let them live. And she pulls her scarf off and then just wraps it around Royce's face so he can't see. And he's like, oh, you bitch. And then he veers off and they wreck and they fly off of the bike. And this was actually filmed with like stunt people.
Oh, God.
So they crash and die? No, I don't know. But they ain't moving. And Royce's sword is like up his ass. So now it's just Hellcop and Charlie. Hellcop has caught up and they're ramming each other. Come on. Hold on. Give me the gun. She gives him the sawed off and he just aims it at the Hellcop. Boom. Nope. Nothing. Reload. You see a little pattern here? Terminator 2?
Yeah.
Reload. Hellcop is shooting back. He's just shooting at the car, you know? Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Adam yells out, shoot him in his glasses, Charlie. What? If you break his glasses, it'll kill him. Man, why didn't you tell me that before? Because now I'm on your side, Charlie. Boom! He misses. Reload! There's only one shell left. Well, use it. Come on! And she drops it onto the floor of the coupe.
Oh, no.
It's on the floor. It's under my seat. We'll find it. It's now or never. Come on. Satan's up on the hill like, ha, 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 ha. Yeah. She's reaching down for the shell. You know, we just see her hands like searching for it. But now the camera's down there and we see under the dash, the coupe has nitrous.
Ooh.
There's a little tank and a switch.
That's what what's-his-name was talking about.
Sam. Yeah, that's what he was yelling out to him. She's like, hang on, I feel something. I think I know what it is. And she just flips the switch and then,
oh, heck yeah.
The coupe just like starts shooting flames out the back and just zooms ahead. The Hellcop is like, what the fuck? The devil is even like, and they're going so fast that their cheeks start rippling. And I kind of wish they didn't do that in this movie, but you know, whatever, it's fine. And then they go through the portal, okay, and they're gone.
Yeah.
They made it out of hell. And Hellcop, he just stops. So in the real world, the human cop from the beginning just sees the coupe come back into the world, and he's like, "Man, what the fuck?" Charlie just like comes in and then just skids to like a crash, you know, boom. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, we made it, hell yeah. The cop gets out and he's like, all right, you motherfucker, come on, get out of the car, get your hands behind your back, you are in a world of shit, boy. And they're like, yeah, oh man, we made it, what the hell's so funny, come on. They're like still so happy. And then the teddy bear clock goes off, so they made it.
Nice.
You know, remember they had to get back in 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And then, boom, Hellcop comes through the portal. Oh, no, he's not letting this go down. And his car is like, the whole thing is in flames. Yeah. And he's like, skids to a stop and opens his door. The real cop sees that shit. And Charlie's like, oh, shit, dude, hey, dude, uncuff me. Oh, my God. You shut up. Yeah, hey, you. And he's talking to the Hellcop. He's walking towards him. The Hellcop is just like, fucking burning. But it doesn't hurt him. You stop or I'll shoot. Meanwhile, Charlie has picked up a rock and is trying to break his handcuff.
Oh, brother.
Hellcop just punches the human cop into oblivion. And he comes for Charlie. He grabs him and he starts choking him. And then Charlie turns around and hits him in the face with the rock. One of the lenses from his sunglasses break, and then his hole, his ocular orbit is like glowing from within. So then Hellcop's like, oh no, I'm not letting that happen again. And he knocks the rock away, and then he just like pulls out his gun and puts it right into Charlie's face. And then Charlie just like, oh God, opens his mouth. Just like, accept it. I'm going to swallow what you're giving me to swallow. And he's like, whoa. And then from the other side of the coop, Rachel pops up with the sawed-off. Boom! And shoots him in the face. Oh, blows off the other lens of the sunglasses, and then Hellcop starts like gyrating, moving back and forth. He's shaking, and then he starts staggering around, and he's like holding his face, and there's all this light coming out from it, and then he just blows away into nothing. And so does his car.
All right.
Yeah, so they did it.
Fuck yeah.
And then Charlie's just like, he's still got like all of the saliva and tears like running down his face. And he just looks at Rachel, and she holds up the empty shell, and she's like, I found it.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, you did, babe. Yeah. So it's, they won the day. Okay. And back in hell, Satan is just like, And we see Clara and Royce, like where they landed, and Clara starts to like move her fingers. So maybe she'll be okay. And then the devil just, smokes his cigar. And now this song starts playing, and it's like, maybe the next time you'll get what you want. Maybe the next time. So it's like Satan's like, yeah, all right. Good move, kid. You did good. And then we get some post-movie blurb.
Oh, all right.
All right. So Charlie and Rachel, they ended up getting married, and their parents were cool with it. It's fine. They never needed to leave. They've always liked Charlie, and they're 49ers fans too. So it just makes sense. I know you guys are high school sweethearts. And their journey through hell, it inspired Charlie to become a video game designer. And he made acclaimed games like Hell on Wheels, like Dogs in Hell, stuff like that. I don't know. Everything's about hell, though.
Yeah.
Rachel ended up opening a chain of pizzerias called Hot as Hell. And sometimes serenades the customers with her violin.
Oh, that's just sad.
What?
What? A successful restaurateur?
An entrepreneur, man.
Nurse Candy, ladies and gentlemen.
Cut that out. They made it seem like she was throwing her potential away if she didn't end up playing the violin.
Well, when it comes to end of movie blurb, that's really just a, hey, movie's not done, but we don't know. But the movie was done. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, it goes on. All right. Yeah, they're very happy now. He's a video game designer. She makes fucking pizzas. Okay. And that's fine, Candy.
That's fine. You're right.
They're very happy, but they have vowed to never take any back roads ever again, and certainly not the Hershey Highway. Okay. Sam, remember Sam? He still runs the Last Chance, and he still warns people about the road, and he still hopes to see Clara again.
Oh, poor Sam.
They decided to not tell him what a backstabbing whore she became. Adam grew up to be a serial killer.
Oh, God.
I mean, there is a reason why Satan chose him as the Antichrist, okay?
Yeah.
So, there you go.
It said that?
Oh, yeah.
What? That's terrible.
Why the hell else could Satan have chosen him? Anyway, the last line of the blurb is, and for Horrington, the game goes on. And then the credits roll, baby.
Yay!
Woohoo! Good job, Ron.
Yeah, nicely done.
I enjoyed that.
Ah, thank you. Yes. Well, good. Yep, there you go. Highway to Hell on Movies with Ron.
That was fun.
Yeah, I love this movie. This movie is on YouTube. Go watch it.
Okay.
That's pretty much the only way you can watch it.
Okay. I have this vision in my head. of a middle-aged Rachel and Charlie. Like they've been married for 15 years or something like that. And every single time Rachel wants to get
Laid.
frisky with Charlie, and she gets a little aggressive, he's like, oh, God. I just can't.
Yeah. Come to
I hate
mama.
it when you do that. It's like, God, never.
Come to mama. Let's have babies, Charlie. I love you. I love you, baby. Come on. Like this demon is like throwing around the room, fucking saying all, like whispering sweet nothings to him the whole damn time, baby. Come to mama. And Patrick Bergin as the Satan, like in all the makeup,
Yeah.
was almost unrecognizable. It seemed like
Really?
that was probably the funnest day for him. And who knew Patrick Bergin played Satan once? And he crushed it.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Movie kind of reminded me of Labyrinth.
A poor man's labyrinth?
Yeah.
A rich man's labyrinth.
All the characters he has to meet along the way. You know?
Yeah,
The devil wasn't exactly the bad guy.
right. The devil was actually like, pretty cool.
Yeah, he seemed like he's just a complicated dude. Did the dog make it?
Yeah. And he is in dog food commercials.
Oh, all right.
Yep, there you go. Called Hell Bits. Hell Bits and Bits and Bits. He and Cerberus had babies.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them
Cerberus
have.
came back.
Yep. In the car with them. Some of them have 3 heads and look like Ben.
Yeah.
Some of them have 1 head and look like Cerberus.
All right, folks. If you're listening on that iTunes or Apple Podcasts, we'd love it if you'd leave us a rating and review. We're on all your other favorite podcast apps and movieswithron.com. Find us on Twitter at movieswithron. We got a Facebook page. Check us out. It's been fun.
Yep, we love you.
Good night, everybody.
Movies with Ron.
So you saw Thor Ragnarok.
I did.
Why? How could you be a movie snob about Thor Ragnarok?
Dude, that movie is a giant, ugly costume party.
What?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
I liked it when the Hulk showed up. Because that's when, like, the movie got rolling.
Yeah.
But up until then, like, he gets to the garbage planet, and it's like, come on, I mean, give the costume designer an award, but what's going on here? It's like there's no rhyme or reason to anything.
Oh.
There's no rhyme or reason to you. I don't understand.
There doesn't have to be. It was the whole thing was just visually a treat. And when he was strapped in that chair and he was going to meet the Grandmaster.
Yeah.
How could you not love that?
Wound up your imagination.
You will meet the Grandmaster in 5, 4. And he's like, ah! And that opening scene where the hammer's like, boom, boom, and it's like the point of view of the hammer and it's bulldozing through those demons.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I was sold.
Right?
Man. Love that movie.
There's like continuity errors aplenty. Like, you gotta understand, it's Taika Waititi's, it's like his 3rd film. He'd never done a big action thing. And it seemed like he directed it from like a chase lounge. Like, all right, that seems cool. Do it.
You gotta watch some behind the scenes. It like makes you smile.
Meek, though, the real hero of that story. I just love that maggot in that suit of armor. And he's like jumping around and like
Shing, shing.
shing-shinging his blades.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's ready. Like, he's having fun. I don't know. Did I pronounce Chase Lounge right?
No. It's all right.